And welcome back for some more Complete Idiot's Guide to Stationeers. With me, 54 Bear, the Complete Idiot, with a view that, as I've said before, never gets old. Apart from the terrain not rendering properly in the distance, that does get old. Hopefully, it'll get fixed at some point. Anyway, on to Advanced Furnace build. It is done. I've left the skeleton exposed just on the off chance that I want to go in and mess around with things. Probably won't do too much with it though. I did connect the volatiles to the cooling tank in an effort to exchange the heat, get a little bit of cooling going on here, and at the same time heating up the hydrogen. I didn't have anywhere near as much hydrogen as I did coolant gas, or hot gas as it was, but it still heated it up quite a treat. So I've got a couple of thousand moles in there at 1500 degrees. It only has to be like 900 Kelvin, I think, to make solid fuel. I did make one batch of 50 just to make certain it works. And everything is good. I'm also using this, it was going to be a temporary thing, but I'm actually thinking I'll keep it as a permanent, using this to off-gas all the ores rather than mess with this system. I am going to fire up this hot tank with a bunch of very hot gas. I'm not going to use the nitrous oxide just yet. I've got another idea for a low power usage, self-regulating process to actually make it without it turning to ice and blowing everything up when the pipes burst. That is something that we'll come to later. But for the moment, I'm dumping all the ores in one at a time. That obviously will have to change. I'll need to have some way of automatically feeding it in. Want to make certain that the regulators can handle it. I did have this window blow out for reasons that I'm not quite certain, because I wasn't actually looking at it at the time. But it should actually work. And everything that comes out of here is just dumped in here. There should be a sorter on this because some of the times, especially when I just fire it up from scratch and the temperature ends up being very hot, you do end up with a lot of ingots. That's not a problem. I don't mind that. I'm quite happy making the advanced alloys using ingots. But anyway, what we are going to do right now is, assuming I have some steel sheets, and I do, let's get this puppy welded up. One thing I didn't mention last time, which I was probably self-evident, but this lever is read by this logic reader, which, using the logic writer, is a thing that controls the that digital valve in there. Yeah. There you can see, just accessing the black and white stripy pipes. Anyway, so we do have some cool gas. It's not super cold, but it's good enough, or it's cold enough for the use that I'm intending to put it to. Incidentally, the most difficult part of this build was getting this window installed with the cladding on the inside. Doesn't need the cladding. It's just a simple way of painting the room pink. Not particularly fond of the colour, but I'm old, I'm stupid, and having things colour-coded makes life a little bit easier for me. Right, yellow, this goes with this, pink goes with pink, red goes with red, brown with brown, blue with blue. So just makes life a little bit easier for me to keep to grips with. Also, I have all of these ores, they are now degassed. So, and all of those gases ended up in here. I should actually check to make certain I don't have an abundance of hydrogen or something. Ooh. Yeah, maybe I should throw in a couple of oxides in there just to burn that off. Because I'd much rather the combustion happen inside the tank rather than in here, because it could, if I bring up unburnt volatiles in here when I'm doing the smelting, that can throw things off if there's any oxygen. But to be honest, there shouldn't be, because all of these have already been degassed, so none of these should actually burn off anymore. Okay, so where is the sun? Okay, we are currently... Oh, and of course, I don't have much in the way of gases, do I? What do I have? Well, I have enough to do a half load. That'll be enough to get it started. So... So we want 25 and 50. Okay. There we go. And immediately start venting. Now, want to make certain I keep these down. I gather there is a bug in the game at the moment that pipes that are embedded in a wall or a frame do not break. I have found that when I've tried to do the poor man's passive vent. I found that only pipes that are actually not supported would actually burst. I certainly don't remember that being the situation, a long while ago. So I suspect that was a fairly recent bug, and the devs are, or apparently they've fixed it in beta. So at some point we can expect to receive that on the stable branch. This obviously is, well, not obviously, but this is the stable branch. Okay, so 2000 degrees, 15 megapascals. It's a little on the light side. I would have preferred to double it up, but that's all I have for the moment. Let's see, how perfectly did that burn? Not bad. By the time all that burns down, there won't be much oxygen left. As I said, but the idea of using degassed ores is, when you're working with silver, it off-gas is nitrous oxide. When you're smelting gold, that off-gas is oxygen. Either of those could react with any unburnt hydrogen or volatiles in the furnace and spike the temperature, spike the pressure, burst things, explode things, or just generally screw up your mixture. Okay, so we are done. Turn that off. So we are ready for some smelterizing. What I will do, because I'm not certain how this is going to work, I did have another idea which I just wanted to try. Let's do some gold. Some steel. I know I need some, so... There we go. I've got no idea what will happen here, but that's actually, this is hot enough. Oh, it's just processing the cardboard box. Oh, hang on. It would help. Interesting. This may actually work. Oh, don't get my cardboard box back. Oh well. Well, that was fun. Let's just lob in another one. Did I turn those on? No, I didn't. No wonder the temperature's not staying stable. And I don't have enough to do any more. That's okay. I actually need some iron as well, so... let's check out what we're going to need for some of the fun stuff. I know I'm going to need all of them, so let's just start from the top of the list. Astraloy, copper, half steel and cobalt. Alright, so what's that set to? 100. Good. So and I lost it. Where is it? There we go. So 2 steel, 1 cobalt, 1 copper. So and we need it over 1,030 megapascals. So it needs to be hotter. Didn't realize I've been outputting it to there. I've just been circulating it around in the combustion tubes. Okay, I'm just going to let that settle for a minute. Right, so we need an extra 100 degrees Celsius and a whole bunch more pressure. So what are we at there? That's wrong side. Oh, right, bump that up full. Not quite enough. There we go. Yeah, first SuperAlloys. Okay, so that's a relatively easy one though. Want some more? Well, let's just work down the list. 2 silver, 1 nickel, 1 cobalt. Right. 2 silver, 1 cobalt, 1 nickel. And that needs to be 950 to... Alright, so this is a tough one. Right, so we are too hot and we are a little over pressure. So what I'm going to try doing, I'm just going to bring in a little bit of cold first. It's still set to 100 there. Alright, so we want Celsius 677 to 727. So let's get the temperature down first. Okay, I'm going to back off some of this pressure. Turn that down, that up, turn that on. And there we go. Easy peasy. Not as easy as doing it with a fully automated furnace that takes care of all the math for you, but I kind of like doing it this way. Inconel. Right, 2 gold. Oh, how am I doing for gold? Okay, I'm okay for that. Right, this one I think I'm going to double up, because I think I need a lot. I think there's a couple of things there. Oh, you know what? Not just yet. Uh-oh. What blew up? There. Problem. Alright, well, let's fix that. Okay. Why did that blow? Oh, because I was outputting that. God damn it. Alright, so I only have 1 megapascal of pressure in there now, but no problem. So, got the 2 gold. I need 1 steel, or half a steel and half a nickel. So, that's... I always click these dials the wrong side. Right, so 1 steel, 1 nickel, and I want something over 300 degrees or 327 Celsius, but a very small temperature range. Okay, so for this, we'll maximize the input here and minimize the export from here. This will easily be hot enough. Don't have to worry about it overheating, but we do have a very small pressure window to hit. So, probably easier if I close these off so I can actually read things. So we want 23.5 to 24. Alright, I think I can... Oh. One bit up a bit. Okay, why is it cooling down? Did anything blow back here? Oh, of course. Well, isn't that wonderful? Well, for the moment, I think I'm just going to... What am I going to do? Yeah, I think I should put a frame there. Can't possibly use the welder left-handed. Okay, so where were we before being so rudely interrupted? Alright, so pressure is nice and stable, or temperatures are staying more stable now. There we go. Oh, missed it. Alright. There we go. Let's put a little into the manifold and we're golden. Okay. Next on the list, stellite. Ooh, very hot. But pressure is forgiving.
Power critical.
But we are okay using this stuff. So we want 1 silver, 2 silicon, and a cobalt. Alright, this one I think I will double up. So 2 cobalt, 2 silver, alright, pressures are all good, and we're going to want 4 silicon. Right, so we are over pressure and under temperature. So, and we'll oops. Nearly did it again. Wrong way. All right, so 10 megapascals. Yeah. Bingo. See, and that gas is high enough where it can it can go back. Not bringing any more in. Put it all out. And it won't drop down in temperature that much. So, all the SuperAlloys from a manual advanced furnace. Not the most riveting episode, I know, but there it is. It works. it does blow up. I will have to fix that because I don't like the idea of ensuring that any explosions come out the front. I should actually put an iron window in the back because that blows out a little bit faster. I am going to process most of this coal into solid fuel. Solid fuel gives you about twice, well, I think it's exactly twice the output of coal. Charcoal is the other thing you can put in here, and that's nowhere near as good. It's I think it gives you a tenth of what solid fuel does. Although there is a trick to charcoal. If you do use charcoal in the solid fuel generator, I think you still have to put it in one piece at a time. Let it burn fully and then put the next piece in. If you put 10 charcoal in and compare it to the burn time for like 10 coal or 10 solid fuel, it burns in an instant. Like, it'll burn through all 10 and it'll hardly give you anything. If you take that 10, break it down into chunks of 1, put it in, wait for the burn animation or sound to finish, and then throw in another one, and rinse and repeat, you do get more out of it. Still nowhere near as much as coal, and order of magnitude less than you get from solid fuel. Anyway, that's it for this one. Obviously I need to go mining, but now I have my SuperAlloys. I can make the glasses, and it will make finding things a lot easier. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you found something useful. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. 54 Bear out.